guys, welcome to another video. This week I'm going to be making 3 different butterfly ornaments. This first one uses this wood ornament shape. I've already drawn the butterfly on this one, and I'm going to use my wood burning tool to apply it. And when I drew this onto the wooden shape, I just used pencil, and I'll be able to wash that off if any of the pencil remains after I'm done wood burning. I also decided to make this ornament double-sided, so after I drew the first butterfly on it, I did use my tracing paper in order to get a nearly perfect copy onto the back of the ornament as well. Once that's done and I've cleaned off the pencil marks, I'm moving on to my watercolor paints. And I'm just going to fill in the wings of the butterfly. I'm trying not to use too much water here, that way it doesn't seep into the rest of the wood. And once the paint is dry, I'm going over the wings with a mixture of glitter and acrylic varnish to give it a sparkle. And then I'm just making sure that the other side matches as well. Next, I'm going to take this silver pipe cleaner and hot glue it around the edge of the ornament, being careful not to get too much glue on either side. Since it's double-sided, there's really no back. And then I'll just trim this up using my wire cutters. And to fill in the little faux ornament cap at the top here, I'm just going to fold some silver pipe cleaners into bows. I did end up using the end of a paintbrush in order to round out the loops of the bow. Trimmed off the edges with my wire cutters and then hot glued this one to the front and one to the back. And with that, I'm going to move on to the second ornament for now. This one uses a foam ball and some fiber fill. And I'm just going to hot glue the fiber fill to the outside of the foam ball, making sure to cover the entire ball with fiber fill and also making sure not to burn my hand in the process. Once the hot glue is dried, I'm just using my scissors to trim up any of the rough edges. The next thing I'm going to do is punch out some cardstock paper butterflies using my butterfly hole punch. And I'm going to hot glue those onto the snowball I've created. And my goal is to evenly space out blue and purple butterflies across the entire snowball. With all of the butterflies placed, I'm going to take the same glitter and acrylic varnish mixture and just put that all over the snowball. So while that dries, I'm going to create the ornament cap to go on top of this. So I'm going to take a strip of purple cardstock paper and roll that up. And using the hot glue, I'm just going to hold that together and glue it onto the top of the ornament. I'm also going to use one of the leftover pipe cleaner bows from before and glue that to the ornament cap. And I'm going to go over that with the glitter as well. And moving back to the first ornament, I'm going to attach an ornament hook using some jewelry pliers. And I added a jump ring to the top of this snowball ornament, and I'm going to attach an ornament hook to this one as well. And now moving on to the third ornament. This one uses a 3-inch embroidery hoop. And I'm going to use some purple fabric, this paper cutout of a butterfly as a template for this, and tape it down. So I'm just going to thread my embroidery needle here with some embroidery floss, and I'm just going to kind of freestyle embroider this. Nothing overly complicated or using any crazy knots or anything. I'm just going to use my paper template as a guide for the shape of the butterfly and go from there. And once I have the butterfly shape filled in, I'm going to remove the template and use some dark gray embroidery floss to outline the wings. Since this was pretty much my first time embroidering, I did have some concerns about making a butterfly, especially since the sides should mirror each other. I was really focusing on getting that symmetry right while making my stitches. After getting the entire butterfly outlined, I started making some antennas, and for the ends of the antennas I did use a French knot. And then moving down from the antennas, I started working on the body of the butterfly. And for the details on the butterfly's wings, I decided to use French knots as well, just to keep it simple, so I knew I could keep both sides the same. And to finish up this ornament, I wanted to add some felt to the back, so I just used the hoop from another embroidery hoop to trace out a circle, and then I hot glued that to the back of the embroidery hoop to cover up the back side of my embroidery. So looking at all of these together, I really like how they all turned out. This last ornament just needs a hook as well, and that'll wrap up this video. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to be notified when I post, and I'll see you next week.